Hello everyone, it's me, Kark again here, and today I'm back again with another video. Now in today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can enable some console commands on Mw2 single player. There used to be an old method where you could just install like two files. One of them was this load4d1sp.dll, and then there was another file, but I forget what it was called. But anyway, you would just put them in your Mw2 file directory here, or wherever you had it installed, and then it would basically enable the console in game for you. You would only have to press the tilde key, I believe it was, and then it would enable the console, and you could just, type the sv_cheats1 and just no clip all over the map. Sadly, that method was patched, but there is still a way, just like there's in Black Ops 1, a way to basically enable these console commands. Okay, now I'm going to be showing you how to actually do this, but before I do, make sure to hit the like button if this tutorial is really helpful. And yeah, so I'm going to be showing you how to do it. So first of all, you need to get your Mw2 directory. There's a couple of ways you could do this. In Steam, there's basically like if you go to your game library and just there click on like the Mw2, and then there's like properties and stuff, and then there you can click on show or like browse local folders or something along those lines, and then you can just navigate your way to here. But in case you have it on a different hard drive other than where your operating system is, like me here, you should just know the path automatically. But for some, it's just like in your whatever drive you have here, and then program files x86, then Steam apps, common, and then Call of Duty Mw2. I actually have some files here, but these are not the files I need, because I actually need like this whole folder here to actually like do this stuff. Like, you have the splash image here, you have the SP. I actually have a couple of one of these SPs, because this is like the original one, which is a backup of this. Then there's this console one, but if I try to launch this, it actually doesn't do anything. Here's some MP, which is multiplayer, and loads of other crap here, because I even had like IW for play in here, and V2 rocket launcher, and it's just like some custom Mw2 things that no longer work because they were shut down. But you're going to be navigating to this players folder here. I actually have like a couple of things here, and I actually have no idea what that is doing in here, so let's just drop you there for now. I will clean you later. There you go. So yeah, here's like some stuff here, and apparently this is still stuck here. Oh well, it's just gonna have to do. But anyway, here you have these config files. This is a backup version before I modded my config.cfg file here, so be sure to actually like back up this file before you do any changes in it. Also, I will highly recommend that you use a Notepad++ software, which is it's Notepad, but it's better. So once you open this, you will get something like this here. And I actually have a lot of tabs open, but you would just have this here. And so now to enable the console commands, first thing you need to do is hit Ctrl F when you're using this Notepad++, or you could just do stuff in here, like search for this, but I'll just basically just like put monkey in here. It finds me a monkey toy. This is usually going to be 1, but it needs to be 0 in order for the console commands to take effect, and so that you can actually do shite in here. Okay, then there was another thing that you would need to put here is a SEDA. There is a cow1337, which also enables the console commands here. By the way, if you're wondering why I actually still have like this tilde key bound to the toggle console, it's just there in case there is ever like a workaround found on like how to actually enable the console, not the commands. But yeah, that's just there. And in case I'm correct, I believe that's like everything you need to everything you need to enable in order to get the console commands here. But then I also remembered there was a thing that you needed to put SPU here on like this one line after like this con high channel, and then there's like this bunch of things here, and then you can like press as many times enter as you really want to, and then you can just type bind whatever it is. And for example, I have keypay underscore a home here, so that means keypad underscore home, and that's like basically the number pad. So I will be leaving a couple of links in the description. Those are really nifty if you really want to really get like the full modification of Mw2. So be sure to check out those links, and there's some really nifty information in there. But yeah, like for example, on the home button I've found SV underscore cheats one, which of course enables like cheats. Then there's demigod, which is basically god mode, but you can actually like take damage but you won't die. Then there's bg underscore fall damage min height, and then one and bunch of zeros, which basically says that like wherever you fall you don't take fall damage, so that's really nifty. Then there's cg underscore draw fps1, which draws your FPS like on the bottom, no not bottom, upper right hand corner. Yeah, so then there's the com underscore max FPS 125, which basically sets your max FPS to 125, because the game is usually at 90 FPS, but because of the engine, the more FPS you have, the faster you should move. Then there's like my next bind is basically a bunch of these give commands. I will also be leaving a like script I used like that you could even bind yourself, and it basically were to like give you a gun on a specific map, and then it would teleport you to a certain part of the map with these guns, because these are the guns that are actually hidden in the game files but you can't access normally. So that's that. Then there's like toggle cg underscore FOV, which many people stupidly call pro mod, which it isn't pro mod. Then again, there's some like toggle speed, jump height, gravity, which isn't really that necessary, but you know I have it there. Then I have like r underscore fog 0 and fx draw 0 and 1. So that's basically like in case I start lagging, I could just turn on those commands and it would do some stuff for me to like reduce the lag. Then there's like a little kind of pro mod-ish script I wrote for Cut4, so it's like setting cheats on 1. It says the foe scale on like bigger than it usually is. Then there's view bob max, which basically sets that like your gun doesn't like jump around like wherever, and it just like makes you look like you run really smoothly. You just don't bounce around the place with your gun and hands, and you know. Then there's grenade curve max, which sets that a grenade just doesn't do a curve to here or here. Then there's grenade bump max, which should remove, like at least, well, not if not completely remove, at least reduce the bumps a grenade does when it hits the ground. Then there is the wobble side max, that basically sets the grenade to go to either side. Then there's g underscore speed, which is a bit more because usually it's 190, but this is 200, so you run at 200 units. Jump height is like 3 above the normal, I believe, which is not much, but you know, every bit helps. CG underscore footsteps 0, so you're basically silent when you're running. It sets the fog to 0 because it really doesn't add anything to the screen, it just like makes a bit of lag, so that's to reduce lag there. Then again, draw FPS, and then there's player underscore sustain ammo 1, which basically sets so you don't run out of ammo. I will be leaving like a bunch of links with these commands and like command dumps in the description, and maybe even a couple of downloads in case you really want to get into this Call of Duty config modding here. You know, up here you could also bind some stuff here, like for example I've bound that V toggles timescale, so it goes like half speed, twice the speed, and normal speed. M also toggles these, what's it called, sustain ammo, so you don't run out of it or you run out of ammo, so that's that there. And I bound N for no clip, because that's what I mostly use whenever I want to really have fun in, you know, in here. Okay, yeah, so that's basically all about the what's it called, commands here in the config. But before you do anything else, remember to save on top of here, or you know, here, like save, but make sure it's a .cfg folder. It can't be like .txt or something, but it must be a .cfg file. Then you can exit out of there, but don't close this yet, because here you have properties, and here you could set like that this is read only, which basically sets that the game it can't modify your bindings, so whatever might happen in single player, your modifications like to this config file, they don't disappear, so that's really important to keep in there. But yeah, now I'm just going to be showing you some gameplay and stuff in action in game, so just a second, guys. Okay, now when we're loaded in here in the map itself, and I actually no clipped from there, because now when I press N, you can see that I can fly around places. By the way, ignore the green sky, it's a modification I completely forgot that I had on, so I could like easily toggle the chroma key on Sony Vegas and do nifty stuff with it here. But yes, so whenever I pressed on the number pad, the 8, it gave me this G36C red dot sight, which basically gives you all these secret guns here. Then I had the number pad, which basically enables a lot of cheats. If I press enter, it basically sets me on like a more pro muddy thing here. Oh yeah, I also forgot I had this golden eagle model on. Well, ignore these. Then whenever I press 4, 5 or 6, it basically toggles like between like the speed, for example, here. Then if I play around with this, it can mess with my jump height. Then there's the gravity, which is nifty, of course. And what else? Well, that's basically it. And as you can see, like the full ammo works. If I press V, it like slows down the time here, like you know how it shoots really slow. Now it can shoot like really quickly here. Now we're back to normal. So I will definitely be doing a like more in-depth tutorial on how to actually really do like all these nifty modifications here in Mw2. But if this tutorial really helps you, so yeah, that's basically the basics of the modding in Mw2. If this video helped you, leave a like, and I will definitely be doing a more in-depth tutorial on how to like more deeply or more like advancedly like mod to Mw2. Yeah, so I believe that's basically it then. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you next time, whenever that is. So yeah, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed, and yeah, thanks guys, bye. Then there's com_max FPS 125, which well sets your then there's grenade curve max, which basically sets it so you